of Blanchardstown Youthreach have decided to participate in One World Week 14. We have been empowered to show that there is a link between crime and poverty. This is our short film. It's called Who's Guilty? John or Society?
My name is Ed. I'm a member of the jury. I'm supporting One World Week 2014.
My name is Blake. I'm a member of the jury and I'm supporting One World Week 2014.
My name is Bridget and I'm a member of the jury. I'm supporting One World Week 14.
My name is Bridget, I'm a member of the jury and I'm supporting One World Week 2014.
My name is Paul and I am the jury and I'm supporting One World Week 2014.
My name is Kara, I'm a member of the jury and I'm supporting One World Week 2014.
My name is Sean, I'm a judge and I'm supporting One World Week 14.
My name is Elaine, I'm the defence counsel and I'm supporting One World Week 2014.
My name is Kevin, I'm the offender and I'm supporting One World Week 2014.
My name is Kara and I'm the prosecuting counsel and I'm supporting One World Week 2014.
All rise.
John Griffin, you have been found guilty by this court for stealing. The court will now hear the closing arguments and statements from both the defendant and the prosecutor. The prosecutor, please now stand up and say your closing arguments and statements. Thank you.
John Griffin is a menace to our society. On the 18th of July he committed a crime against his sleep. He went out at midnight with the sole intention of stealing money in order to meet his selfish needs. He unlawfully broke into the house of Mr. and Mrs. Bourne while the Bourne family was away. He acted by climbing over a wall at the end of their garden. Once inside, he filled his bag with silverware and gold jewellery and made away with the goods. It was only when he tried to sell the goods he was caught by the Gardaí. These are the facts, ladies and gentlemen. John Griffin is pleading guilty to the crime. It is up to you to give him the punishment he deserves. I would ask you not to go easy on him. He knew what he was doing. I know you may feel sorry for him. I feel that he's had a hard life. But I say to you, he deserves to be punished. The Bournes are not a rich family. They worked very hard for what they had in life. Don't let him go free. If you don't send him to prison, he will go on and on committing crime. As good Irish citizens, you have the duty to protect innocent people from criminals such as him. Make an example of John Griffin. Let other criminals know that if you commit a crime, you must pay. I ask you to consider a prison sentence for John Griffin. Thank you.
Thank you. Could we now hear the closing arguments and statements from the defendant counsel?
Ladies and gentlemen, what we heard is true. John Griffin did commit a crime for which he is truly sorry. He did a terrible thing by breaking into the home of the Bourne family and stealing some of their possession. We just say, John Griffin, even though he knew what he was doing that evening, he couldn't help it. He is a young person who has had a very hard life growing up. He's been out of work since he left school 2 years ago at the age of 15 and lives in an area where most young people like him are out of work. I'm very fed up with life. He has tried to get a job time and time again, but he feels that employers don't want to give work to people from his area. There's a huge drugs problem in John's community with pushers picking on young people like him all the time. 3 years ago John started taking drugs and today I heard John admit that he is an addict. He committed this crime that he feared his addiction. A heroin addict will do anything to get more heroin, but my client has sworn that he had no intention of fooling anybody. He just wanted money to buy drugs. John is sorry for his crime. Since then, John is attending drug counselling and promises to try and kick his drugs habit. Time in prison will do John no good at all. John Griffin is not the guilty party here. It is not John who should be on trial. Instead, it should be our society. Our society has left a 15-year-old without education that will not give a hard work and hope a 15-year-old a job. How can John Griffin be guilty? He was left without hope and that is the first step to drug addiction. Society owes John Griffin. I ask the judge to make a decision that will help John and people like him. Please don't make the situation worse. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, defendant counsel. The jury will now be allowed to question both lawyers, and when you are finished, you must decide based on the evidence and the lawyer's answers a suitable sentence for the accused. Jury number one, please ask your question to the counsel.
What kind of childhood did John have?
I think John has had a hard life, but that is still no excuse to stay from innocent people for the wrong he has done in his own life.
John had a difficult childhood. He lived with his aunt and uncle for most of his life because his mother was ill. He grew up in the area where lots of drugs and crime.
Jury number two, can you please ask your question?
Why do you think John Griffin left school early?
He left school early because of his addiction and couldn't cope with the pressures of school, or because he was too busy thinking of where his next fix would come from.
John left school because there was no place for him. He went to look for a job over and over again, but no employers would employ him. John then turned to drugs.
Thank you. Could jury number 3 please ask a question to the council?
Why did John Griffin start taking drugs?
It's a choice whether to take drugs or not, and he had the chance to say no, but look at him now.
John started taking drugs because of the life he has grown up in, the area people he grew up with.
Jury number 4 please ask a question to the council.
Does poverty have anything to do with crime?
Yeah, poverty does have something to do with crime, but just because you live in the streets doesn't mean that you have to stay from other people. There are places to go during the day and at night time for homeless people.
Poverty has a lot to do with crime. People do crime to get money for their addiction to drugs and alcohol.
Jury number 4 please ask a question to the council.
How can I reduce crime? How is crime being dealt with in Ireland?
We can reduce crime by more police and more projects for young people to keep them active and out of trouble, because to keep a prisoner in prison it can cost up to 70 grand a year per year.
We can reduce crime by better rehabilitation programs, more council facilities, sports facilities and adult education centres in the area.
Jury number 5 please ask a question to the council.
What are the main causes of crime in our society?
The main causes of crime in the Irish society is poverty, drugs and lack of education.
The main cause of crime in the Irish society are because of poverty and lack of education.
Thank you, council. The forewoman of the jury will read out the final decision made by the jury. Could you please discuss and give a suitable sentence to John when he is accused and in sentence?
I think John should get 50 hours community service.
No, that's not enough. I say 100 hours for John.
I think John should continue on his drug program.
I think you should get a year suspended sentence.
No, I think you should get 2 years suspended sentence.
So we all agree that he should get 2 years suspended sentence, 100 hours community service, a drug programme, and I think it's a civil curfew. Should all agree?
Yeah.
The forewoman of the jury will read out the final decision made by the jury.
John Griffin committed a crime. He deserves to be punished. We in the jury have come to a decision that John Griffin can be given a 2 year suspended sentence. We will also do 100 hours community service. He will continue his drug programme that his defendant has organised for him. John Griffin will also have a civil curfew. Thank you.
Mr. Griffin, please stand up. Please put your hood down, Mr. Griffin, please. Thank you. Do you have anything to say to Mr. or Mrs. Bourne?
I do. I'm sorry, Mrs. and Mrs. Bourne. I trespassed into your house. I just threw me out on gear at the time. And I was looking for my next fix. And I know I shouldn't be going into other people's house. It's probably scary for you to see that. I apologise.
Thank you, Mr. John Griffin. And that is it for today's case. Case dismissed.
Here in Youthreach, we believe there is a strong link between poverty and crime, locally, nationally and internationally. In Ireland, it can cost up to €70,000 per year to keep a prisoner locked up. But with more resources to put into areas of high unemployment and criminal activity, we believe that many young people will not turn to criminal behaviours in order to function on a daily basis.
In the past 10 years there has been a huge increase in the illegal trafficking of drugs, people, firearms and also natural resources. Trafficking in these areas is generally done by high levels of organised crime groups. Yes, there has always been some form of illegal behaviours in the past, but the level it has reached currently is unprecedented. In 2009, the value of illegal trade was estimated at $1.3 trillion American dollars.
Transnational organised crime and drug trafficking is a massive issue because of the legal means of how it's done. Drug trafficking makes $322 billion per year, but the problem is how it is made. In many countries, criminal groups influence our government departments. They pay off poor people so they will not get charged with any offence. In all cases, criminal influence and money are having a huge impact on the livelihoods and the quality of life of citizens, most particularly the poor, the women and the children.
As we move towards 2015 and take stock of the Millennium Development Goals, we, the students of Blanchardstown Youthreach, ask that people in the power stand up to these criminal gangs, and maybe our children in years to come might enjoy a more pleasant and honest childhood.
Crime is more expensive for areas affected by criminal behaviour. Business people are not willing to set up their businesses in such areas. This in turn makes affected areas difficult to sell. When it comes to tourism, drugs and crime are sensitive issues, and as a result the relationship between the people and the state breaks down as people have no trust in the state and the criminal justice system, which in turn leads to more antisocial behaviour.
We, the students of Blanchardstown Youthreach,